one thing that I've noticed that I've done differently from a lot of actors, because I'm not only a writer and an actor, I'm a producer. I've practically played all hands on a crew before.
Wow.
And I did that because I realized really early on. In fact, there was a time when I was a teenager that I decided I wasn't going to become an actor. I was going to go to art school and I was never going to become an actor because of a few reasons. There's one story on my YouTube that I tell and on my blog that there was one day where I decided I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm just going to be an artist. From literally within probably the timeline of 1 hour, I made that decision one day. But one aspect I realized really early on was that world of acting is so competitive. It's so saturated. The more time that goes on, the more people that crop up, the more actors that are born. I heard the figure one time. I have an average of 4,000 other actresses that have submitted for that same role.
That's wow.
It's almost impossible to be seen, let alone get the part.
Right.
So, and I knew that very early on. I knew that since I was a teenager, that this was going to be an incredibly uphill battle that I was going to have to trek if I was going to try this at all. So when I went into it with literally everything that the capacity of my body and brain could handle. I wanted to learn everything. I wanted to get my hands in everything. Every door that I could get my foot in, I put it in there. I learned how to produce. I taught myself how to screenwrite, because it's not really, in my opinion, enough to just be an actor sometimes. You can try for that, but that lowers your chances of being seen, of being valued, of being in the light. The reason that I have the reel and I have the experience is because some of it I made for myself. I would memorize my size before I go into any audition, whether it requires it or not. In LA, I think it's more of a requirement, but like in Pittsburgh, I would do it too. I would learn as much as I possibly can. I would email the director to understand more of the context. I would learn how to be a grip in order to learn how a set worked. I would be on every single website trying to figure out where I could put my face, my bio, my links, so that I can be seen. I would build my social network so that I could have the numbers and the audience that would actually look like a valuable commodity to a producer that might see it as such. I did everything so that I could do this job for the rest of my life. I've realized recently that I might never have a family, which is fine with me. It's not a lamentation of any sort. I might never have kind of a normal salary, because this is what I want to do with the rest of my life.
It's empowering listening to you to speak about that and to show, the sacrifice to see your dreams happen, the will and the drive to make it happen. And to be a multi-hyphenate really is to not just approach it from one angle. We have similarities, Jess.